upstarts kind of joining in those ranks now. So we've got a nice variety of players, and I'm excited to see how this top cut plays out.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's time to go right down to the stage to introduce our first match here. This is top 8 of the national championships. Let's kick it down to the stage.
Thank you so much, Evan. We are here in top 8, like Evan just said, of the U.S. Nationals. Congratulations to both you players. I'm sure everyone out there and everyone watching the stream, you guys know these guys by now. They've been on the stream prior. And how are you feeling right now, Aaron?
Excited but nervous.
Excited but nervous. How about you, Angel?
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. So this is obviously your second time playing each other. Is there anything that you think you're going to, well, you don't have to divulge if you're going to do it differently, but are you comforted by the fact you've played each other, or does it just make you a little more nervous?
Oh, I don't know why I had to play him again. I don't want this again.
Angel just doesn't want to play Aaron again. How about you? Are you looking forward to playing this match again?
I mean, Angel and I are really good friends, and we both come from the same area, so it would have been nice if we were on the opposite. One of us has to take each other out, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Sometimes seeding is that, but seriously, you guys have come so far. Like Evan was saying, you guys have been playing Pokemon, and a lot of it for the past 2 days. Sometimes on an empty stomach, you know, you got to fight through that fatigue, and you guys have just been doing excellently. Seriously, I told them before, I'm nervous for them right now. As much as you just said, you don't want to go against your friend, especially top seed. You'd like to go ahead and see each other on the opposite side of the bracket. But I think with that, I'm going to wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you once again for just putting on a great show. Seriously, we all here, we love watching this on the stream, whether you're here or not. And if you're in the building or you're on the stream, don't peel your eyes away from the screen, because I'm sure this is going to be intense. We're going to throw it back to the casters as we jump into this game.
Thanks for that, Jonathan. And it looks like Aaron had to cover up, maybe because of his loss earlier in the day.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose, you got to change things up. Some players will choose different Pokemon or different strategies. Aaron tries different clothing. It's an innovative strategy. We'll have to see how this one works out. I have some help for Angel as well. The reason they have to play is because one of them is the 3 seed, the other one is the 6.
Simple math.
Yeah, it's right. It really is unfortunate, though, jokes aside. Like I mentioned, when they played the first time, I thought it was a shame that they had to face off. They both survived that run-in. One of them will not survive this one.
Yep, unfortunate for one of them, but very fortunate for us, because we're going to get to see another amazing set. Last time this went the full 3 games, and we're going to jump right into game 1 right now. So again, the players in this match, Aaron Zheng versus Angel Miranda. We'll be looking at the screen from Aaron's perspective. So you'll see Angel's team on the top of your screen. That's the Aegislash, the Landorus Therian form, the Tyranitar, Charizard, Jellicent, and Sylveon. The Sylveon, which made that clutch play in Game 3 of the last time they played. And up against Aaron's team, Tyranitar, Landorus Incarnate form, Wash Rotom, Amoonguss, Salamence, and Aegislash. So obviously both these players know pretty much everything about their team. They already had 3 games against each other, so basically we're just jumping into Game 4 here.
Right, and I think that makes a big difference. We saw some surprises in that first best of 3 that changed things. Certainly the hidden power from Landorus Therian. Not one of the first things you're expecting when you stare down Landorus typically, so I'm not going to catch Aaron by surprise this time. Similarly, the Stone Edge from the Landorus on Aaron's team, not so surprising anymore. That Calm Mind from Sylveon that stole Game 3. On the board now, so it's going to be fun. You can't win by surprises, but you have to win by positioning, by making plays your opponent's not expecting, and I would expect to see some aggressive reads in this match.
Yeah, and again, that was how Angel took back games 2 and 3 in round 2, just making those aggressive reads, basically outplaying Aaron. So we're going to have to see if he can do it again, or if Aaron will finish what he started back in round 2 of Swiss and knock Angel out of the tournament. Here we go, turn 1, Sylveon and Landorus for Angel up against Aaron's Aegislash and Landorus Incarnate form. So again, both Landorus out on the field. We saw this a little bit on the first game of Swiss, but probably going to be a little different this time.
Yeah, I believe this is actually the same lead as the first game. That game we learned that the Landorus on Angel's side has that Ice-type hidden power, which the Landorus on Aaron's side didn't enjoy so much, but this time it's actually the Landorus that won last time escaping.
Yeah, the Landorus on Angel's side will switch out in favor of the Jellicent. Again, another Pokemon we saw in Game 1 of Round 2. It's going to tank that hidden power pretty easily again from that Landorus. Cursed Body actually going to disable it, and Sylveon getting off a free Calm Mind. So dangerous to have Sylveon out on the field against 2 special attackers if you're Aaron. Of course, we have seen that this Aegislash Life Orb will be able to deal a whole heap and helping of damage. Switch it over to its Blade form, trying to get that Flash Cannon off, get that Sylveon as weak as possible. It's not able to pick up a KO thanks to that Calm Mind, but still doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, it stops the knockout, but Sylveon had to pay a lot for that Calm Mind. It's boosted now, but it's shown already that it's slower than Landorus, and it could potentially pick up a knockout here with Earth Power. Landorus, for its own credit, can no longer use that Ice-type hidden power. Not luckily, they don't want to do that to either of these Pokemon, but if the enemy Landorus were to come back in, now it would have the advantage. The Landorus Therian actually gets slower when it changes form, so typically the incarnate form would have an advantage in the duel, but now only one of them can use that hidden power should it come up again. The trick for Angel, though, kind of similar to the Azumarill's case we saw before, is finding a way to get that low health boosted Pokemon to do something and make the boost worth it.
Well, it looks like Aaron's going to let the Sylveon try to do something. Aegislash protects itself. Landorus going for the Earth Power. Will it be enough to pick up the KO on this Sylveon? Dealing just a little bit of damage. Sylveon holds on. Hidden power into the Aegislash slot, but an Ice Beam coming out from Jellicent onto Landorus. That's going to be super effective. Doesn't pick up the KO. Landorus sticking around with only 5 HP, and Sylveon on its last legs as well.
Now, Aaron mentioned it was pretty bulky to us before, but I don't think I quite understood what he meant until I saw it survive that Ice Beam. Not something you see very often. Unfortunately, it played too for Angel. I don't think he'd shown that hidden power the first time they played. It's not out of the ordinary by too much, so probably something that Aaron expected, but successfully, the first time he sees it, he gets that King Shield up, avoids the hidden power, and keeps a very minor advantage here.
Yeah, again, that Landorus's hidden power, though, is disabled. Aaron, you may not select it right now. Sylveon trying to protect itself, making sure that it can stick around for another turn. Does not want to let Landorus get off any damage here. Earth powers into the protect. Aegislash moving first, going to switch into the blade form. If it targeted that Jellicent, we've already seen it go down in one shot. Shadow Ball onto the Jellicent. That's going to pick up the KO now. So Aegislash picking up a KO onto Jellicent. That Cursed Body, though, going to get the Shadow Ball disable as well. But now Angel gets a free switch in. Hopefully something that's a little bit faster than the Landorus on Aaron's side.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that Tyranitar be selected repeatedly. That would be a great choice if he has it.
It would also sort of put a timer on that Sylveon, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is, well, perhaps not unfortunately, but for whatever reason, it is Charizard instead. And this makes the situation very complicated. Landorus, we've already seen it fire a Stone Edge at that poor Charizard and knock it off the field pretty easily. Sylveon still having that awkward duel with Aegislash where it has that boosted hidden power now, so it's in a decent position, but certainly doesn't want to be hit by a Flash Cannon if it tries to finish off Landorus with a Hyper Voice instead. So, sort of a tricky spot here. Angel's going to have to hit protecting the correct Pokemon to get out of this one.
Yeah, there's really nothing that Sylveon can do right now. It's going to have to hope for a big play. Speaking of plays, Mega Charizard on the field, as expected. The drought now shining down on the field, highlighting the whole tournament stadium. Aegislash switching back to its shield form. Going to just go ahead and defend this turnaround, trying to make sure that he chose correctly. Stone Edge from Landorus connects to the Mega Charizard. Is going to be able to get the knockout there. So another one-hit KO from Aaron's team. And now Sylveon is the only Pokemon on the field. Hidden power into the Protect again. So unfortunately, Aaron is just running circles around Angel this turn.
That he is. And another important piece of information there is that Hidden Power is no longer disabled just as Landorus comes back in. Yep. So tough spot definitely for Angel. Aaron's really had control of this match. Even though he lost the first best of 3, he's seemed to have the better go of it this time. Maybe he's found the lead combination he needs to change history and beat Angel this time when it counts the most.
Yeah, it looks like he has. I mean, so far he has not yet lost a Pokemon up against Angel with only his final 2, the Landorus and Sylveon. Angel actually just going to go ahead and forfeit that. Doesn't want to play this out, wants to get straight into game 2.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best way. You kind of realize that when you've basically just lost 2v4, it's time to go back to the drawing board, maybe lead different Pokemon this time, play things a little bit differently. He lost a game in the previous best of 3 as well, and was able to come through with it.
Game 1, actually.
Yeah, certainly not the end of the world. Exactly, right. So you can just kind of take things easy. It seemed like Aaron had a great team matchup. Last time I mentioned this, and I talked to him after the series last time, and he too mentioned that he thought he had the better team matchup here, and just kind of was really upset with himself the way he played. So great match by Aaron that time, and he's a game away from fixing his earlier mistake.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely has fixed many of the mistakes in his play, and now we'll have to see if Aaron can keep fixing those mistakes, keep his ship sturdy as we go into game 2 now. Again, this was the situation that Angel found himself in last time these two players played. Angel dropped that first game and then managed to pull out a miraculous game 2 and an amazing game 3 as well. So we'll have to see if he can pull it off again. Once more, Angel will be at the top of your screen, Aaron at the bottom of your screen. We're going to straight into the game. And again, Aaron just had full control of that first game there. Have to wonder if Angel can pull it back again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an unwinnable matchup by any means, but it's kind of the same thing that happened the very first match, where Angel didn't lead well, and he doesn't have a good enough team matchup to switch around against Aaron to recover. He absolutely has to get a better turn one, and he nailed it here. Tyranitar, we've seen before, can threaten an Ice Beam on that Landorus, a little bit stronger offensively than that Jealous Hint, so there shouldn't be any more unfortunate Ice Beam survivals for Angel should the situation arise. And Landorus staring down, or being not able to do much to protect Aegislash from Charizard this time because Tyranitar is in. It's a good adjustment by Angel.
Yeah, so Aaron not making any changes, decides to just go with what worked that first time. Angel making the correct adjustments. And as we saw last time these two players faced off, it was that turn 0 that really allowed Angel to stay in the game.
Yeah, it isn't that easy, though, and it's about playing this turn right now that you're in the situation. And Angel's going to have to do it right 2 games in a row.
Yep. It looks like his first move is going to be to Mega Evolve that Charizard to get rid of the Sand, going to make the Landorus a little bit less powerful then, while it brings the Sun on the field. Landorus will protect itself, does not want to take an Ice Beam. Aegislash also going to protect itself, just wants to scout out whatever Angel might be trying to do. Ice Punch from Angel's Tyranitar. I'm getting my Tyranitar mixed up. Solar Beam actually coming out from the Mega Charizard, hoping to catch some sort of switch there most likely, or try to pick off the final HP on that Landorus.
Yeah, definitely no switch there, but it does give Aaron some good information. He's doing something he realized he should have done the last time he fished on the Tyranitar. Just take the double protect, figure out what item or what move it's switched into, or it's locked into because of the Choice Scarf item, and play appropriately. He realizes that Landorus is in a lot of danger now. Aegislash is in no danger from Tyranitar, but in lots of danger for the Charizard. So, what does he have in the back that can help him? Wouldn't be surprised to see Rotom, but you don't want to run into that Solar Beam, which is probably what Angel is fishing for. However, Tyranitar is not going to have any of that.
Yeah, Tyranitar actually would love to try and have that Charizard Solar Beam, and as it kicks up the Sandstorm, gets rid of the Sun, Ice Punch from Angel's Tyranitar into Aaron's Tyranitar slot, deals a little bit of damage. Flamethrower, though, from Charizard, not going to fall for that bait. Hits the Aegislash, but because the Sand is up, not going to get the KO here. Aegislash will switch over to its Blade form, may be able to pick up a KO here. Flash Cannon onto Angel's Tyranitar. Is it going to be bulky enough? Yes! Tyranitar just barely surviving while Aegislash takes that Life Orb damage, and basically Aegislash is going to be immune to the Sandstorm, but now only has 1 more attack left in it.
Yeah, Aaron's going to be very careful what he decides to hit with this. 1 more attack, if it isn't hit by one of Angel's Pokemon, is still a big deal. With that Life Orb, it does a huge amount of damage, but he needs that damage to be on the right thing. Chunking Tyranitar is a big deal, though. It's one of the most important checks to that Landorus, and something that's caused a lot of problems for both players so far, both the Aegislash and the Tyranitar the other way.
Angel is going to switch out the Charizard for Landorus, wants to have the opportunity to get that Sun back up a little bit later on in the game. Aegislash going to protect itself, just wants to make sure that it picks its move correctly, that 1 attack that it has left. Aaron going for the Rock Slide, going to deal some damage to Landorus. With the Intimidate, is Tyranitar going to survive? No, Tyranitar will faint on Angel's side, so just able to do just enough damage to pick up the KO there.
That's a pretty big knockout. Now, Tyranitar is a big problem because of that Landorus on Aaron's side, as mentioned before. I'm going to deal with that now. Makes the game a lot easier for Aaron. It's a big deal in matchups like this one, especially where big hits are being traded back and forth, to have the fastest Pokemon on the field. And keeping his Tyranitar available longer, not allowing it to be knocked out, it's going to make it much easier for him to maneuver now. Losing this Aegislash is another important Pokemon in the matchup because of Sylveon on Angel's side, which we've already seen Angel take a game with, but there's a trade you have to make sometimes. This time it wasn't able to take Tyranitar, but it was able to take Tyranitar, but wasn't able to take out Sylveon. I'll have to see if that works for Aaron as well as doing the reverse might have been.
Yeah, going to be interesting. Aaron going for the Rock Slide again. When in doubt, just press the Rock Slide button for Aaron. It looks like deals a lot of damage. A critical hit onto the Sylveon, gets the flinch onto Landorus, and Calm Mind comes out from the Sylveon, but unfortunate flinch there from the Rock Slide and a crit onto Sylveon means that Sylveon, even with this boost, is not going to want to stick around with this Aegislash. So we'll have to see if Aegislash chose to attack the Sylveon slot. Does go for the Flash Cannon, will hit the Sylveon, will pick up the KO. It takes the Sylveon down with it as the Life Orb recoil makes the Aegislash faint as well. And that's 2 of Angel's huge threats to Aaron's team off the table.
Yeah, perhaps the 2 most important ones. Aaron's got to be able to taste that top 4 now, and very definite Day2 worlds there in a Travel Award.
Yeah.
Especially now, Charizard coming in to face the Tyranitar locked into Rock Slide. Not the best situation you could find yourself in.
Yep, also the Salamence on Aaron's side. I believe the first time we've seen that Pokemon in this matchup. So the Sun now on the field, Charizard and Landorus staring down Tyranitar and Salamence. Can Angel get out of this?
There's a good chance this Salamence is quicker than the Landorus. If it is, it's all over. If not, there's always that chance.
So we'll have to see who goes first, the Salamence or the Landorus. Salamence is going to Mega Evolve right away, get a whole bunch of new stats. Does not affect the speed this turn, but it will get a lot of extra bulk and power. Rock Slide comes out from Tyranitar onto Landorus, and Charizard going to connect with both Pokemon. Charizard is going to faint, super effective, so it's not even going to matter there. Landorus, Therian for Angel, not going to get to move either. Double Edge from Salamence. That's going to be 2 KOs for Aaron. He's going to take it over Angel 2-0, the revenge match.
Yeah, what a shocking victory. You know, I mean, I don't think it was surprising that either player could win this match, but, you know, it's just winning so decisively is quite a feat. Players can't see it now, but they're actually they had a hug, posing for a picture out on the stage. Still good friends. You gotta appreciate good sports like that too. It always hurts to be eliminated this deep into a tournament, but Angel taking it really well. It's good to see both players, you know, realizing they've accomplished a lot. Their season's not going to end today for either of them.
Yeah,
and,
we'll see both of them at Worlds.
We'll see both of them at Worlds. You know, if you're going to get knocked out of a tournament like this, being knocked out by a friend who's such a strong player isn't the worst way to go out.
That is definitely